It's Thanksgiving weekend football. It's Black Friday football. It's Sunday football. It's Sunday night football. It's Monday night football. Just a few more days, and we'll have a game for each day of the week. The Lions enter this game hungry for a win on Thanksgiving Day. They come out swinging with 16 unanswered points. Caleb Williams and the Bears are eyeing that turducken, though, and mount quite the comeback. They're just hungry for a win in general. The Lions' defense have lost a lot of players, especially during this game, and it's starting to bend and break. It all comes down to the final drive by the Bears. A field goal will put it into overtime. Caleb Williams is sacked on a second down play near the red zone. Now they just need a few yards to get back into their kicker's field goal range. They got 25 seconds on the clock. Call a timeout. Okay, call a timeout. Call a timeout. Hello? Matt Eberflus? Caleb? Call a timeout! Don't hike it! What are you doing? Oh, the pass can't be caught, and it's a floater. The clock runs out as the ball hits the ground, and the Lions squeak out a victory. This is absurd levels of clock mismanagement. Matt Eberflus should have been fired as soon as the clock hit 0, but he survived somehow until the next day. I feel like if I was playing Madden, I could have handled the end of this game better, and I suck at Madden. It doesn't matter if you were trying to get the win. Stop the clock, for fuck's sake. Oh boy, it's Pooper Rush versus Horsecock Lock. Oh, be still my beating heart. This is one of those games that you sit down to eat Thanksgiving dinner and you kind of keep the TV on. You peek over every so often to see what's going on, but you're not really fully engaged. Sure, the Giants made it look close, but the Cowboys decided that they want to win in front of their home crowd this week. The Dolphins just can't seem to beat the cold weather narrative. Even after an impassioned speech by Tua, the effects of the cold are seen almost immediately. The Packers play a dominant game of football on both sides, their defense buzzing around in the backfield like an angry group of wasps, while the offense hits a stride after stride, keeping it well out of reach for the Dolphins. Josh Jacobs was a beast again in this game. The Aaron Jones trade with him is looking a bit lopsided now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to kill narratives, so let's go. Bring it on.
Do you believe in magic? In the case of this Chiefs season, yes? Divine intervention? Maybe? Or is it just the Bundelrooski commercial eating away the brain cells of all the opposing teams? The Chiefs playing like the Chiefs, looking totally beatable through the entire game until the last few minutes. The Raiders, helmed by Madden default avatar Aiden O'Connell, are putting together a dagger of a drive at the end of the game. But a complete flub happens as the long snapper hikes the ball before O'Connell is ready, causing a fumble that leaves the Chiefs getting a win. They secure their spot in the playoffs.
Bundelrooski, Bundelrooski,
Bundelrooski, Bundelrooski do. It was an all offense, zero defense type of game. -1 pick six by the Bengals. This was a true back and forth affair. Joe Burrow is playing his heart out over and over, throwing for over 300 yards. And Danger Russ, he combats that with over 400 yards of passing. Sure, Joe did some stat padding at the end, but it was a very entertaining game, which led to the Steelers having yet another winning season under Mike Tomlin. Can't wait to watch Hard Knocks in season.
Shut up. Oh, you. Shut your ass up. Let's go.
It sucks that the biggest news story from this game was the ugly hit that Trevor Lawrence took during the game. Mac Jones came in and actually did a pretty decent job in his stead. The Texans just keep playing down to their competition, though. I'm a freaking broken record at this point. Stroud is definitely in a sophomore slump, and it's up to Joe Mixon to get the game back on track. The Texans pull out the win, but it's a bit of a hollow victory, overshadowed by controversy. Yes, the Tunes are back! Back in action, you might say. Or no action, seeing as their offense was stagnant for 2 quarters. The Commanders really needed this, a true get-right game for the ages. They were able to flex their might and use all their weapons to absolutely slap the Titans silly. Oh no, 13 unanswered points by the Titans. What will the Commanders do? How about a touchdown by Zach Ertz? It's hard to believe that Will Levis threw for more yards than Jaden Daniels, but the Commanders made up for it with a strong ground game. I say, boy, get your penis out of that mayonnaise jar. You lost, boy, you lost. The Seahawks special teams were a mess today. Not very special, if you ask me. 3 muffed kickoff returns, 1 taken for a 99-yard touchdown. Luckily, the Seahawks defense was feeling special because they grabbed a 92-yard pick. Humana, wait! A 92-yard thick 6? The longest thick 6 in NFL history? Oh, just for that, give them the win! 6 field goals in a row started off this game out of 8. Remember when I said Josh Jacobs was looking a bit better than Aaron Jones? Well, Aaron fumbled the ball a couple times in this one. Sam Darnold started off slow, but he used his mononucleosis powers to get the Vikings back into it. Kyler Murray, he took the lead late in the 4th, but it would be Aaron Jones who would have the last laugh, rushing for the game-winning touchdown. The feisty Panthers were looking to play spoiler today against the Baker's men. Bryce Young had an energy to him today that Baker was struggling to keep up with. We went into overtime though at the end, and the Bucs missed their field goal kick, giving the Panthers a chance to go down and win it. But the football gods, they remembered that game in Germany. They smited the ball from Chuba Hubbard's arms, giving the Bucs excellent field position and the game-winning field goal. Quoth the Raven, missed field goals. Quoth the Raven, missed field goals. Quote the Raven, missed field goals. Justin Tucker is washed evermore. Yes, it's the story of missed field goals. Justin Tucker is looking worse for wear as of late, and in this one he essentially lost the game for the Ravens. It's hard to watch the decline after such an amazing career, but here we are. Maybe it's a slump year for him, or maybe he really is washed. Only time will tell. The Ravens would end up needing the 7 missed points from the board as Hurts diced the Ravens secondary and Saquon stormed the castle to claim the crown of King Henry. 49ers versus Bills. It's another snow game, this time in Buffalo. One team came prepared for it, the other lost horribly. Along with that loss, Christian McCaffrey is out for 6 weeks. The 49ers are hopeful he'll be back in time for the playoffs. Well, maybe that's a bit too hopeful. The 49ers' chances of getting into the postseason are pretty slim already, and McCaffrey was a huge piece to that puzzle. The Niners are getting hammered left and right once again with injuries because now Mason is out as well. They're falling to pieces. The Bills get goofy with it. Josh Allen throws and receives his own touchdown pass. James Cook blazes down the field, and the Bills defense puts the line in the snow. The Bills find their seat in the playoffs next to the Chiefs. Broken tables all around. Kirk Cousins, much like his brother and torn Achilles, Aaron Rodgers, is playing like, oh, please excuse my language, doo-doo feces. The Chargers aren't playing much better, though, with a couple of field goal kicks. Kirk, stealing pages from Jared Goff's diary, throws 4 interceptions, including a pick 6. That pick 6 would be the deciding factor of the game as the Chargers win 17-13. This game started out so promising and was really fun to watch all the way up till the end. Bo Nix was playing great football, the Broncos are looking like a spicy wildcard team, and the Browns, a valiant effort answering almost all the Broncos' touchdowns. Famous Jameis made a return though, throwing a pick six. But on the next drive, Jameis Winston is back, throwing a big pass to Judy for a touchdown. The Browns get a defensive stop, and it looks like we might go down the field and win, but Famous Jameis makes a return, throwing another pick six. To end off the game, he'll throw an interception, which honestly could have been another pick six. There are two sides to Winston, much like Two-Face. The Harvey Dent Jameis Winston, who is accurate and calm under pressure, and the Two-Face Famous Jameis, who is erratic and unpredictable with his decision-making. I think he needs to say a few extra Hail Marys tonight before bed.
I know I'm better than this. I know. I'm just praying for the Lord to deliver me from pick sixes.